Well, we all have them, no matter what type of creative we are, whether we're a sewer, quilter, knitter, crocheter, if we do pottery, we all have tools, right? We all have tools that we need to do whatever our project is that we have in mind. I want to show you my favorite way to store tools so that I know what I have, I know where they're at, and I know where they go when I'm done. And for a while, I was using, those little spinny caddies that you can get, and I had it on the desktop, and that was fine. It worked okay. Sometimes it got in my way. Sometimes it became a mess because I wasn't always putting the tools in the right bin. It was okay. And then I just decided I want something a little bit better, more user-friendly, and I've been using this now for about 6 months, and I gotta tell you, the pegboard, it's a game changer. I got this pegboard system from Michael's, but you guys, honestly, you can get pegboard anywhere. You can get it at your local hardware store. Mine is metal. This one is magnetic here, which I also like because I can keep things like my needle minder on here with a needle attached to it. And sometimes I will utilize magnets. This is just a little clip magnet to hold other things that might not fit inside my other storage. But regardless of what type of pegboard you get, then you can go on to a place like Amazon, you can go to the hardware store, wherever it might be, and look for pegboard accessories and get the ones that are going to work best for you and whatever you need. I love these clear cups and these little shelves and the hooks. Those are the ones that I use the most to try to keep all of my things organized by what they are. Here I have seam rippers. This is really just kind of miscellaneous tools for different things. More miscellaneous tools, but I've also kept all of my finger pressing tools together. I've got colored pencils. Don't ask me why. I don't know why, but I have them just in case I ever need colored pencils. And then all of my marking pens. So I've got heat erase pens. I've got heat erase pencils. I've got all my different styles of pens organized here. I've got additional tools and scissors. I've got my knives back here. I've got it all organized basically by whatever it is. I've got my tape for seams for putting on my sewing machine. Extra rotary cutter blades. Again, it's magnetic, so I can keep this magnetic pin bowl right here. So my pins are easy to reach and easy to put back because of the magnet. So the magnetic feature I really, really like. But also all these hooks help me to keep all of my scissors, my rotary cutter, all of my tools within arm's reach. I can just grab them when I need. I can see where they are. I can see what I have. And when I'm done at the end of the day, I take everything, I bring it over here, put it up on the pegboard. It takes seconds. Another place I keep tools is where I'm going to be using them frequently. So when I'm sitting here at my sewing machine, what do I need to have at my fingertips so I don't necessarily have to get up off my chair and walk around to my pegboard, right? So scissors. I just keep a pair right here next to my sewing machine. And then I've got this little bin full of just things that I want to be able to grab, be like, oh, I need my walking foot. It's right here. A couple extra bobbins, things like that, or just in this bin that I just keep on my counter. Another little bin of clips. If I need clips handy, I've got them right here, right next to where I'm going to work. And also, now this is a little unconventional, but it worked. And I was looking for something, it's not the best, but it kind of works, to organize all of my presser feet and extra bobbins in. So I've got my bobbins organized in here. I'm still looking for something better, but I saw this at Target and I'm like, oh, that will hold all of my feet. So at least they're lined up and I have a space for them. They have a home right here in this little box. Use what works. It doesn't matter what it is or where you find it. There's so many things that you guys can find for craft room storage at places like, hardware stores, but like Harbor Freight Tools, Target, Office Max. Think of like where you can get anything to organize stuff, but garage organization stuff is often things that I gravitate towards. So thinking a little outside the box, you don't have to go to a craft store to get organizational supplies for your craft room, okay? The dollar store, oh my gosh, they have so many great things and they're so inexpensive. So think outside the box and don't be afraid to go to some of these places. to look for that perfect container for whatever it is you're looking to organize. You know what? I'm here to also tell you that nothing has to be perfect. Not all of it's not perfect, but it works for me. And that's all that matters, is do what works best for you. Like, is this little box I'm about to show you perfectly organized and sorted? No, I could have taken 5 minutes to clean it up to make you think it always looks perfect, but I would rather show you the real side of what my craft room looks like. And because it's not always clean, it's not always perfectly neat and organized, but it's organized in a way where I can find what I'm looking for. So don't think your space always has to be perfect. Like this, I mean, it's just thread thrown in a box, right? Thread and needles. But I saw this at the Target dollar spot. I didn't know what for at the time. So thinking of little places like that where you might find that type of stuff. So I got needles in here because, you know, we all break needles, so we need to have extra needles. And then I just got some of my commonly used thread colors that I just tossed right here in this drawer. And I just keep it right here, right next to me where I'm sewing. So again, it's within arm's reach of my space. And if you have a mobile cart, that's something to think about too, is how do you want to organize that cart in a way you have your box of thread and your little boxes of supplies. You might get a clear box or a bin like this. These also came from Michael's, I want to say, a while back. But just all these little bins and containers, they will all work for your stuff. And that is the biggest thing, is finding things that work best for you. Other ways to organize some of your tools. Now, these are a bunch of different rulers, and we actually make these ruler holders on our website. My husband makes them all, and he'll paint them for you, but you can see all the different grooves in there, and that is to hold and organize all of my different rulers. To my sewing space, I can turn around, reach it, whatever I need, and I've got a bunch of different ones here that I can grab as I need to. Another way that I organize my tools is with carts. Different types of carts that you can buy at so many different places. This particular cart I got from Amazon, and I had my husband cut a little board for the bottom to modify for what I needed. Now I've got this great ironing system here, and sometimes I want to be able to move it around and I want to keep my iron on the top. But then I've got all the things that I might use when I'm ironing right here in the cart. I've got the base, I've got extra water for steam, whatever I need. It tucks into my space perfectly, and it's easy for me to move it around my room and also keep it right here at my fingertips. And then I know all of my ironing supplies, whatever they might be, my spray adhesive, my spray starches, different things like that, they're all right here. So they're all together in their home in this great little cart. It's on wheel. But the great thing is it tucks neatly right under my sewing table, so it's not taking up extra space when I'm not using it, and it's right there at my fingertips when I need to. Another place that I utilized for tool storage was right here on the front of my craft island. These are my cubbies for storage, but I got some of these command hooks, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't love these ones where they're hinged and they move. In my other sewing room, I have some that are just like little pegs. Those are better than this hinged one, because this is what happens. I can't get this off of here. So I need to change the hook style that I have. But these little command hooks, they just stick with adhesive, are great for rulers. I mean, I've got so many rulers here. I've got more down on the other side, but they all have holes in them. So again, I've got the rulers that I use more commonly right here in the area where I'm constantly working. The best thing you can do is just to be on the lookout for things all the time. So when you're out and about and you go shopping and you're at Target, look at the dollar spot and think of things in a different way. Like something that might be meant for silverware might make the best thing to store some of your longer, skinnier tools. I don't know, I'm just making this up as I go, but I always search out things in the kitchen aisles, in the bathroom aisles, in the office storage aisles, because there's so many little just things that work great for storing makeup and brushes that might work good for your supplies in your craft room, in your space. It might fit perfect if you're setting up a mobile sewing cart or whatever that looks like. So make sure you're just looking all over the place all the time, because that's how I found that little box that works great for my presser feet. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, but it works for right now. And that's what matters, is that you find something that works for you in the space that you currently have. Thank you for watching. Be sure you've hit that subscribe button and the little alarm bell so you get alerts every time we post a video. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I hope that this is helpful, and if you have any questions, drop them below in the comment section and I will do my best to get back to you. Forget to click on this video right here. It's the next one in the series and I can't wait for you to see it.